I don't think I guess we still can't do the classroom because I don't think I have the role.
Yeah, I think it's best to just we'll do this call for now anyway.
I no problem. I haven't played enough melee recently, so I only have I have like three sets here. Lewin sets and then one against Jimmy that in Russian weekly. But we'll start with I think I'll start with the Lewin set because that's like that's the furthest one back. That's it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, no, that sounds good.
all right. Let me just set this up and turn it down.
How you finding Fox Dittos recently?
Pretty bad, honestly. Just playing both you and Loon recently, I'm not confident at all. I think both my mentality and my ability to keep up is just not there. So
Yeah, Fox Dittos is definitely one of those matchups where like if you're just not hitting as hard and you're kind of like, as I said, like if you're kind of thinking about other things, you kind of just need to be like on point all the time in Fox Dittos.
it's definitely my mind is not clear during Foxes, especially like it's gonna hurt me the most. Like generally, my mind is not clear when I'm playing melee, but like unless it's like tournament and dead focused, or but like even if it is for fun matchups, I can still get away with it. But then Foxes is just way too fast. I need to be thinking on the ball, so it's a tough one for me in terms of mentality. Not in tactical. Tactical's bad as well, but like not as bad as mentality.
Yeah, I think that whenever I played you, I think the biggest thing I noticed in the Fox Ditto was the punish game. Like, I felt like your neutral isn't too bad, but it feels like you just don't hit hard enough when you get like an opening. It was the big
I
thing I noticed.
I think it's definitely like it's worse against good players because I always have this pressure of they're gonna pull out something crazy I haven't seen yet, and I'm always very apprehensive to go for something because I don't think I'm gonna land it. Because I'm thinking, well, it's a bit if it's like even slightly a bit lazy, I'm thinking, oh, I'm not gonna land this top player. Oh no, no chance.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you do have to like. It is something like I just like lab out a lot. Like I just like will constantly practice my like reaction tech chases and all that stuff. Like I feel like whenever you get the higher level of Fox Dittos, like you need to just be able to like react in your like punish game really consistently, or else you don't really end up getting too much.
Oh, like, the only thing I'm able to do is just, like, standardize it, so it's not, like, going for stupid stuff anymore, it's not going for all the crazy stuff, it's just trying to keep it simplified, but then, obviously, when you've got good DI and good tech options that I have to learn to RTC, like, more and use it a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's definitely something that like I'd put in a bit of work like every day, even if you're just working on it, like eventually it'll become your like bread and butter.
Oh, aye. It's just, like, consistency, and that's the biggest thing I'm looking for. Because right now I'm pretty inconsistent, I think, in terms of, like especially the Fox and stuff. Floaties, I'm pretty consistent, but, like, anything fast follower wise, it's never gonna be consistent.
Yeah, yeah, no, I totally get you. Like it is a lot harder. Like the punish game in Fox Dittos like takes a long time to you have to work on it a lot. Like for there was a good while I was very like inconsistent and maybe only get like a bit of percent, but like whenever you get good at the whole like tech chasing thing, like you can easily just like evaporate like stocks out of it.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna be honest, that first game was just like a wash. I don't even remember what happened really with it. It was just like, it was more just, I think he was on the ball a lot more. His punishes were way more like secure, and and he landed a lot more off it. Well,
Yeah.
I had something weird at the end, but then the shy missed anyway. So, and that's the thing. Like, I go for something stupid like that, and then he'd just be able to up smash and just do whatever. Like, it's up to him. Oh, is that? I think that's a handler. One sec. That's is it? Yeah, it's a hammer because I think it was away. It wasn't a hammer. It was I think it was away or something. This is a 3-0 and I have four sets. So this is the next set.
Okay, cool.
I found the next set. Okay, there we go. Let me see. I just put the screen up again. This might be loud. One sec. Test. Yep, it is. There we go. All right, I think I got it set up.
Yeah, I can't see it yet.
Wait, if I win this, this is like game three then. If I win this, I think. So maybe that wasn't that one. I'll have a look later. But there's gonna be four sets anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
Games.
Do you have any do you prefer like do you have any stage preference in general like in Fox Dittos? The more you play it, do you like bigger or like smaller stages, or is there any like particular stages feel comfortable on, like Battlefield or anything like that?
Uh, I like Yoshi's because the only thing is that once my mind is like not in the game, I can feel that like I can just like stop oh I can just have a simple goal, just like I don't just keep them like nobody really has like an insane amount of stage control at any time unless like one's in severe disadvantage. So I'm able to just like I can just run at somebody and just scrap. But like with other stages I have to think out my plays, think out my approaches. And I never really used to be good at approaching, so I always just default to Yoshi's because you're always in that range, your threat range, because it's a closer stage, and there's also platforms to use. The ones I don't like are definitely like FD and FOD for the inconsistency, and then FD just because I don't like dealing with the just like one grab being it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I feel like FD probably would be one of your weaker stages at the minute until your punish game gets a wee bit more consistent. Cause like FD kind of just like emphasizes the fact of like okay, you could just get 0 to death off like every opening.
This is game four. This is game three. Okay. Well, the thing I can do the chain grab, it's just I never finish it because it's like that 70-80% where an up smash isn't gonna kill, but you also just can't continue up throwing them.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's where it's hard to do, but that's where you have to start doing like the up throw forward air, tech chasing until like either tech chase up smash or kill, or you can do like up throw up smash.
I used to just do up tilt up air if I could if they had bad DI in the up tilt, but then obviously that's not consistent.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I used to just look for second at up air, but now I'm gonna have to be a lot more consistent against these foxes, even because they're gonna counter pick me FD, and then obviously they're the ones that will do it because they're more comfortable there. They have those things. They have that on deck, the ability to 0 to death off a grab.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Especially like, yeah, since you're like playing the Ditto or whatever, it's like really good to be comfortable on FD because you do get a lot of foxes who want to take you to FD, so it's good to be like ready for it.
I'm gonna check this over again because this maybe I think what might have happened is we just played it out because I don't think we damaged each other. I'll have a look. No, it's 14 seconds long, so it can't have been. Well, I'll have game. We'll have the next game at least. I'll have a look. There's probably another game in the my Slippy replays. I haven't delayed anything. Just gotta turn it down. Alright. I remember this.
Oh yeah, that actually worked. I
Uh,
was so surprised he didn't take that.
that's what I was thinking as well. Like, and there's no. I panicked because I didn't. I was holding for so long. I meant it down for immediately, and then I was like, oh fuck. Well, I'm not gonna get. I know I'm not gonna get much else off this. I'll just go for it and pray he misses it. Because I need
Yeah,
that I need that lead now because he really volatile and I'm in overtime he's definitely gonna find the kills much easier.
yeah, it was unlucky. It was a good idea to do the up tilt. It was just a wee bit slow, but I like the idea.
I cover recoveries with up tilt a lot. It's
Yeah,
like really
a mix up between that and like dash attack's good because dash attack's good for a cover and like short if you think they're gonna shorten. So if you look like you're gonna die like up tilt and then just like turn around and dash attack if you think they're gonna shorten is very good as well.
I just put my back to him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like basically fake the up tilt, and then a lot of foxes will like they'll do a shorten, and then you can just dash attack it, and like unless they like super sweet spot underneath, like the dash attack will catch them, and then you can just like Armada shine after.
Aye, because I played Baldur's Major Falco a lot yesterday, and he would almost always shorten, but I'm always covering up tilt for the time he doesn't shorten, and then he just never doesn't shorten. So then eventually I'd start jabbing, but like even that doesn't reach. And I think dash attack's probably the best one then for covering it.
Yeah, like double if you're right at the edge, double jab can be good as well. Like the jab can hit the full side B, and then the second jab can hit the shorten, which is like pretty good as well. It's kind of like the way Morph does, like double jab to cover like side B. Obviously, it's easier on Morph because he has a disjoint, but it still can work as Fox.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, that happens with FD, but I don't really mind. I haven't really been like. Sometimes I never. The only thing is that with wedge dashes, I never really go. I never have a pressure issue, like I fall under pressure. But like I would say that I'll just randomly miss it, and I think that happened a lot in both these sets.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was like that game and like at least another game where a missed ledge dash cost you the match as well. I think
Do you know what day you did this? You did the Melee Monthly?
it was what day was it? Was I know
30,
it was a Saturday.
31st.
Yeah,
I
thirty
think it's
first. Yeah.
31st. I've just looked at my PG stats because I had it open because I'm looking for a different set. Or hang on, I can go to the 31st because I'm just looking at the next game because I saw those four games of all. That was it. Um, Jeez, I played so much Melee before this. All right, I think I found it. I think I found the games. This is an FD game. What was the name? FD. I think I found it. Okay, your story. Slide again.
Yeah, I like doing even doing stuff. If you can't, if you're not confident at reaction tech chasing at times, even just doing like a run and shine down tilt and stuff like that's good because it's like it can be hard to hit the tech, and even if they tech in place, the down tilt if timed right can catch like both the miss tech and the tech in place.
I never really considered timing it because I always just presume they're not going to attack it. And I think people a lot nowadays are actually very like the folks I play now are very very good at tech and stuff like that. Not really taking away, just like tech in place in general.
Yeah, yeah. There's times where if you do the down tilt too early, like immediately after a wave shine, like it'll just like they'll get the invincibility from the tech in place and it misses. So I actually try to delay it a wee bit just so it covers both.
God,
Uh
ow, that was good blue in though. I can't lie.
yeah, no, it's those type of shines are really crucial to just like stop like if you overextend a bit when it's not true, you just die for it. It's really good. Yeah, I think that was a big thing we talked about last time as well. You land with an aerial a lot instead of doing like we have land back and that kind of thing, and like just that up smash Loon did reminded me of it, where he just caught your landing with an up smash.
Oh, I think I have at least when I'm having to run away against the intangibility frames and stuff. I have like been doing just full hop ahead in front of them and then just wave land through them. But like in terms of actual neutral, it's only if I'm very scared of the opponent. I think that's usually when my brain goes to it. Is if I'm too scared of them. For example, their punish is too good, I'll do a panic like wave land or something like that. But
Yeah,
if I don't fear them, I'm probably not going to do it. All right, I have the overset here as well.
yeah, it's good because like if he does the like of that up smash and you wave land back, like you just get like a free grab off that, which is really good.
I think it was like usually I would fear Loon and I would probably end up doing that stuff because I fear him, but not really this set because I think I had a lot more. I did a lot more better in this set than I did in the friendlies against him. Way better. So I think once like after the shock of the first game or the first set, I think I was a bit more confident, especially when I take in the game. After that I was like in the zone because I don't even think I took one off in friendly, so it was very surprising to me.
Yeah, I think in that position I would have thrown him off stage instead of doing up throw at like such a little percent when you have them at the edge as well, because it just sets up for like a lot of like gimp setups and a lot of just like clean edge guard setups instead of just like the up throw is like you kind of have to do the left and armada up air at like that percent and you can't really react.
I'm not very sure, like, if I'm consistent enough to even be going for, like, up throw there, because forward throw gives me a chance of the Gimp, and Gimps would be crucial here because if in a war of attrition, Loon will probably beat me. So in terms of because his punish is better and anything. So to take a game, I need to either severely outplay his neutral, or have a Gimp and just barely stay alive for long enough to self live, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think even like when you watch Leffen play, like you'll see how like if he gets a grab near the edge, he'll either do back or forward throw depending what way he's facing. It's very rare he does up throw like when he's at the edge, which I do as well now. Like I do so much forward throw and like there's so much setups where you can get like clean edge guards off forward throw. Like it's so good.
Seen Leffen do against Triff. I think it was at the Prolonged Coliseum. He would wave shine him across the stage, and they would forward throw him off stage and jab him because Triff is holding in.
Yeah, yeah, it is really good. Like first peach as well, like at the edge. I think forward throw just at the edge in general is just like a really good throw on a lot of characters.
It's just nice that like if you read their option, if you read the recovery, then you might get a free kill there.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Lewin, where's that SDI up in that Thunder's combo?
Did you tell him to fix that?
No, no, I haven't actually, but I just like since I do it, I'm always like, come on, you can't be letting people get away with that.
But Loon's getting too good that you have to put him up to your level now.
That's it
You
exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to get up, trying to get him up there.
have to keep him up to your standard play. Because to be fair, any of the good foxes, I usually start training them with like Falco, where you can't really do the Thunders combo unless it's like very low percent because isn't like something like they automatically get out of it because I never understood what it's like.
Yeah, so so for Falco, Falco only has to hold up and he gets out of it, whereas like Fox has to like actually time hitting up on the stick. So like Fox can still do it, but it's a lot harder. Whereas Falco gets out of it for free just by holding up on the stick.
Oh, okay, so that's just like if they're aware they're getting Thunders comboed.
Yeah, yeah. It's if like for example, if I ever try to do it to Frenzy, like he'll get out every time. It's as free as Falco as long as they're aware it's gonna happen.
And you just have to like, I guess the only time you try would be like if you're running shine it like out of a dash back, because like then maybe they won't be expecting it. Not against frenzy, just like in general.
Yeah, in general it can be okay. I think in general though doing like running shine down tilts are just kind of better than jab. Like whenever you're playing like better people.
I downslo's really good, but for low percents, do you just not go for running shine, or do you just like look for a grab?
I look for a tech chase after running shine. So instead of actually jabbing the knockdown, I actually let the knockdown happen and then try tech chase their tech option.
Ah, I see. Okay, these are limitations of not being good RTC. I
Ex-
need
It's honestly, it's like your point. Like that's the big thing I see. Like I think honestly, your neutral is like you have mad potential in neutral. It's just I think when your punish game gets like that, when you add that like reaction consistency to your punish game, I think you'll be like, you'll be such a scarier player when you can just hit harder, basically.
Yeah, it's definitely like I always felt like I do get enough openings. It's just like obviously I can't kill off them, and then like I play modest in like a long grind session, and I would just be living because I'd be him in neutral like probably more than he would be me, but then he'd get that one opening, and then that one opening puts me in disadvantage, and I'm just not getting out of there ever. Like and he's also like capitalizing really well stuff. So like
Yeah,
when I get the opening, it's more just like up for up smash at most, and then just all back to neutral.
yeah. The way like I use Uncle Punch and I'll try to at least get like 60-70% off like a grab. Like I'm at least hitting like kind of like that 60% threshold because like as Fox in Fox Dittos, realistically you should be at least getting like 50-60% off like every like big opening, like a grab or up smash.
Yeah. I think it's also that I always have like a rational pressure on myself whenever I get like a grab or something like that because I know that stuff. Like I know I should be getting that much, and then
Yeah,
if
yeah. And then yeah, you think about like, oh my, okay, this is my big chance, and it's like, oh no, I dropped it, like that kind of thing.
like that could have been so much more.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Cause yeah, it's even when I play Loon as well. There's a lot of things I see his punish game, and I like I love that. There, I was really good by Loon the reaction up smash. But there's a lot of stuff I see Loon do as well, which I like don't agree with in punish game. But it could just be like his reactions like aren't there yet, so you kind of have to like sacrifice and go for something else sometimes.
I like in a pressure situation where I don't think I'm enough in the read, I'd probably end up going or confident enough in the reaction. I'd probably just end up going for a hard read, looking for a early kill and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, which is understandable because if you don't think you can hit the reaction anyway, it's probably better going for the read, so it makes sense.
Because what I always used to do is, uh, if I had somebody in a tech tier situation, I'd just always retech and place and with like down tilt up air, and then that would level spam forte, and then eventually I grew out of that because it's like people like tech and places, and even like I wouldn't say the most popular of all the techs. It's like probably like second most, but even then people change as the games go on, and then obviously as that happens, people adapt to my playstyle, and then they would just beat me. So in longer sets, always lose.
Yeah, I think in a good thing, like a good way I practice it is like I'll set in Uncle Punch, I'll set the fox so he doesn't tech, but he still mixes up his like roll options and like get up options. So I like back throw like as fox against fox like in the fox ditto, and then just practice tech chase and like the different wake up options.
I have tried just narrowing him at 50, and then put him at any option, just give him like any option to tech,
Yeah, that's
and
good as
then
well. I do that one too. It's very useful.
because you do like nair, wave dash into him, and crouch, and then you have to dash out crouch consistently, which I've seen different ways of doing it. I originally just did the one where you let your stick like go back to neutral. You don't just grind it along like along the bottom towards the left or right. And then now I'm looking into the one where you do that, where you just like roll it along the left or roll along the right. And that one seems a bit more consistent because it's all dependent controller. It's a bit dependent controller, but I'll find what works for me though. And then once I do, I'll be able to do that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
the one I use, which say like I'm actually getting pretty like a lot better at it, is like I hold down and then I'll either hit like up right or up left, depending what direction I do. Like I don't really roll it. I kind of just go to the angle like immediately,
oh, I
and that seems to work like really like I because I tried the roll method and I find it really inconsistent. Like I just couldn't get it that well. So like I changed to that method, and ever since I did, I've been hitting it like a lot more now.
I'm just hoping that like this is something. I've only been testing a little bit, so I'm thinking that's probably just like me not trying it enough. So then I'm gonna try it a bit more, and if I literally can't get it, like more consistent, I'm probably just gonna change to one of those, change back to my old one, or just go to the year one. It'll depend.
Yeah, yeah. Like for like I didn't do like I've only recently started doing crouch tag chasing. Like it is hard to do. So like even before you do it, just practicing like positioning good and like reaction tag chasing without the crouch can be still good as well. Like as long as your spacing's good around like get up attack and stuff, like it's still very doable to tag chase without the crouch. It's just obviously the optimal way to do it is with a crouch because then you can like just stay close to Fox and just crouch get up attack, and it like makes it a lot easier if you can dash out a crouch.
Aye. By the way, Lewin uses a lot of up air for certain stuff that I thought was a bit weird. He uses it for recover for like covering my recovery once, and then he also used it as like as like his punish option after a thunders combo. So like up or up smash. Uh is just for I know I heard you in the comments about the recovery stuff, but like what about the thunders combo stuff? Like do you think up air is good or not?
Uh, Honestly, if you can just, I just think just get a grab. I just like up smash if up smash will kill. Otherwise, grab. I don't think you really ever should up air out of funders. Like I think grab's pretty much always better.
That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to clarify because I thought, well, that's a bit odd, and I subconsciously started using up air, and then people just tech it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, up air like they can DI up air and like ASDI down tech up air. There's just so much counterplay up air that I just think grab's way better.
I can't, it would have to be like a niche thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a another set. Luckily, I haven't even played that much melee, but I got one good overset. It was against Jimmy, Russian weekly. I think I did that like nearly a week ago, but generally it's just like I haven't been entering too much tournaments recently, but. I have to get back on the grind soon.
At least my tournament's not too far away, so that should be another one.
When is your tournament?
It is it the 28th? I think that's what people voted for. The 28th, I think.
Let me see. What's the 28th? 28th is Saturday. Oh, okay. That should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. What time is it?
Yeah, it should be 2 p.m. as usual.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Actually, Saturday's pretty bad. That's like the one day I think that's like bad.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
It's like, okay, I'm up. I go to my dad's. I'm heading to my dad's as like the tournament starts, I think. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I wouldn't be able to stay the whole time because I'm at the gym. But I'll see if I can work something out. I'll see if I'm actually going to my dad's on that day. It's usually a weekend though.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll confirm before I sign up.
Okay, so yeah, Fox Puff, one of my better matchups for sure. I'm like very used to this matchup.
I feel like I'm used to it, but I'm just never good at it. Okay, I think it's because the only posts I play are either Jamie or Kingy.
Yeah, and a big thing in this matchup which separates Fox, like Fox as being really good at this matchup and just being okay, and it is consistency. Because if you just like, if you're defensive DI, like for example there, if you just DI'd away like behind the puff on that like up throw, you were fine. But like you have to recognize when you make a mistake and already be holding the DI direction because you just know you're gonna get grabbed and be ready to get like up thrown really quickly.
I last time I played Maxi, that was like one of the first things he said. Like you need to be ready for to DI up for it's not really like that reactable. So
No,
it's
no, yeah, it's more, yeah, exactly. It's not reactable, so therefore it's like when you think you could get grabbed, already be like DI in the right direction.
I have like that's something I tried to implement with like just panic the IB all pretty much just away. Anytime that he could get a grab in his punish, like when he's punished B, if he does he have the potential to grab, and if he does, well, DI away.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much because yeah, like that's the difference in this. Like if you let Puff get rest, the matchup becomes really hard. But if you make it like the Puff barely can get a rest on you, the matchup becomes such a struggle for Puff.
If she can't find the kill, and
Yeah,
then if
yeah, because like you can actually live for so long versus Puff if you're not getting rested like that. Like it just, yeah.
I ran into him here, I think. I think it's that's another thing Red Bull told me about. Like, I don't really mix up my approaches. If I'm gonna dash, and that's gonna be the one that's I'm always gonna dash in on that dash. Like, I don't
Yeah.
wave dash down and stuff.
Yeah,
So
running,
that's
running. Look at what I do versus Puff a lot is like running and then wave dash back, and then like because a lot of Puffs do like to do that where they're gonna just try raw grab. You're like because they think you're gonna try run and shine or something, so they're gonna preemptive grab your like dash in. So what you can do is run in, wave dash back, wait for the grab to happen, and then you can whiff punish their grab with either up smash or a grab of your own.
because I always had a struggle to kill Puff because I didn't want to overcommit or take a risk. So then, if I'm not taking a risk, well, that's sorry, I'm back.
No worries, but yeah, no, that is a big thing for sure. Just like baiting Puff a bit more instead of being very predictable with your approaches.
So I have it was a free open. It felt a bit closer than usual, and that's why I think it felt closer, but then I don't think I ever clutched it out. And then the second game, I'll just check it out
I
now.
think another big one is you could just afford to laser a bit more. Like, don't feel the need to have to approach quite as much because there's a lot of times I'll just like camp with double lasers and then play the hot cold game of like they don't know when I'm gonna come in with like a say a full hop nair or like just wave land to a platform. Like you can make it like I think because you don't shoot as much lasers as other foxes, it makes it more predictable that you're gonna like want to come in and play a wee bit more impatient.
I always feel like I have to be doing something, and then I feel like I have to put pressure on, but really, like, shooting the lasers is enough anyways, because it's enough pressure that they have to approach anyways.
Yeah, like if both characters are at like one side of the stage, like the way I think of it is Fox is winning neutral because like you have a projectile and Puff doesn't, so you may as well abuse that.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely I'll throw back air at that percent as well. It
I
just
shouldn't I shouldn't disrespect Jimmy by going for upper there anyways.
just cause like even if the up air hits, honestly, you're just like stealing your up air and back air does like just safe damage. So yeah, I think the back air is just like better until up air will kill.
Plus, there's no platforms to land on after the upper, so I'm
Y-
just gonna be back on the stage.
Yeah, yeah. Like at most on FD, you're only gonna get one up air anyway, so like it's gonna be the same as a back air, except back air is guaranteed.
Aye. And I think back air will make sure that they're one side of the stage and I'm over so I can just start lasering again.
Yeah, yeah, that's true as well. You can just pick what side you want to back air at. Yeah, Jimmy has pretty good SDI. That was nice SDI.
It's definitely a thing of like if he's on hot if he's playing hot, I'm gonna find him very hard to kill, because I pretty much will only look for stuff like up air and just look for a grab. Like, and that's the thing, he knows I'm looking for a grab because every puff
Another
knows.
another big kill setup that I don't really see it trying very much at this kind of percent is doing like running in short up fade away nairs, because if the nair barely clips them it'll confirm into up smash as well, and it's a really safe nair because you're fading it back.
I always knew that soft nair does that, but like I never really went for it. I never really like to commit too much with nair. I won't do it like constantly, but I do like that idea. I actually never tried that.
Yeah,
Like
it's good if you've got good fadeaways. Like if you're really good at getting good drift backs, then it's like it's a really safe commit. And if it does happen to like hit, it usually connects into up smash for the kill.
I think I have a good enough technique for short nair, and I can get a good drift on it.
Yeah, yeah. As well as a run up shield's a really good option. Like say for getting out of the corner there, a big one would have been like run up shield instead of like full upping a lot, because Puff likes to catch jumps a lot with these like full up back airs Jamie's doing, and like you can just run underneath, and even if he like does a short up back air, you can just run up shield and like wave dash out of shield.
I like that idea because I know Ripley told me to do that against Marth, and I wasn't sure who else it's really good against. But the thing is, I guess with Puff is that Puff can position herself well for the grab, but the grab itself doesn't really have good range.
Yeah, yeah, and another big thing is like if you run in and shield a back air, most likely you've thrown Puff space enough so the back air actually isn't safe anymore. So if you actually watch Leffen play, he'll do like a lot of run up shield and then wave dash out a shield jab, and then the jab will confirm into up smash because Puff's still in the air after landing the back air, and you're like it's not a tipper back air anymore because you've ran so deep in with shield that it's actually punishable.
I remember seeing that. Do you know that? Do you know that video they did with all the European TOs versus Leffen?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
There was a puff, I think, and then and then Left would just constantly would take whatever he threw at him, and then just wait that shin shield, wait that shin shield, getting load of stage control. So that's the sense, and I saw that, I was like, and then I'm gonna copy that. I'm just subconsciously doing that neutral because I thought, well, I'm already clueless about puff neutral at that point. So I thought, well, I want to at least gauge stage control, so I'll take that and use it.
Yeah,
Like it
because it's
just
it's like the same idea as like even run up crouch cancel's really good against backer as well because you can just do run up smash after a or the same jab up smash. So like, yeah, if you're low enough percent and you think they're gonna back air, you can just run up crouch as well, which is really strong.
that's also nice.
But yeah, like I just think she like. See, Mango does it all the time as well. Just like shield, wave dash out of shield, shield. Like shield is like obviously you can be too predictable with and then you get grab, but honestly if you're ready to DI the grab isn't that threatening on Puff. Like as long as you're DIing it behind her or at least away, she doesn't
I
really
could
get
just I could
anything.
just
Like
I could just hold the shield forward and then I'm DIing behind to the puff
yeah,
for the
yeah, exactly. And then Puff just gets nothing. So I like yeah, Shield is like I think Shield is like really, really strong in this matchup. Like insanely
oh
good.
I have to now. Sorry, I have to look at that again. I just need to see. I just want to see this one sec. How do I do the frame by frame? Oh, that's it. Okay, hang on. I just have to see how close was that. Uh ah all right. Well, yeah, that wasn't too bad. I think I've done worse for stream in the past, and like for a 3-0, I was fine with that. But I definitely think there's no matchup in this game that I'm comfortable with. Not even like I find out the Falcon problem now. I really don't like the neutral at all.
Yeah, when I play Falcon, I spam a lot of up smash, like overshoot up smash, because I know they like to do like the fadeaway nair and the fadeaway stomps. So I'll do a lot of like overshoot up smash, and then other than that, just a lot of like dash dance and run in, crouch cancel, or else you can even try run in nair in between the nair hits. Like that was a big tip or Matt actually gave me when I was talking about the matchup with him. He was telling me to like yeah, you can like actually like run in nair in between the nair hits. So I started doing that and like run up crouch cancel and the nair and stuff. Like you can actually like yeah, dash dancing if you dash into the right option against Falcon is just like really strong.
I think I've done it on accident because I was just trying to run in there, and then I accidentally timed it so that after the first nair, I managed to hit them. I was like, "What? Why did that happen?"
Yeah,
And then
yeah. It's actually easier to do than you would think. Like it actually happens quite a lot if your timing's decent.
I hang on. So, so that's the sets I have. But I remember we did friendlies literally yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think it was
Monday.
2 days ago.
I'm gonna just take one of these, and I think the first two games were the more like okay. So I think the last game I lost it just in terms of like mentality, so I was down the drain. But after I think these first two games weren't too bad. Hang on, just gonna turn it down. All right, because you can tell me exactly what you can tell me anyways. Exactly what your bias is, what you see for yourself, anyways.
Yeah, yeah, this is actually good because I know exactly what I'm thinking and like stuff. Yeah, this will be a good one actually.
This is recent as well. This is as recent as it gets.
Yeah, I think you could have like maybe actually shined me instead of that up smash, and I would have been in like a worse position
Oh, I
on
never.
the up throw. If you up throw and they di off stage, you should pretty much like always shine unless it's like up smash kill percent.
I never really like to go for too much games apart from like down throw. Like that's like the only thing the down throw like with on FD. That's like the only thing I'd actually actively be going for and like when I'm actively going for like I know I'm gonna go for it. And that's only because people will go to the ledge when they're getting ticked or chin grabs. That's the RTC coming in.
Yeah, I've been starting to happy hitting those. But yeah, I think like another big thing there at the start of that stock was you just shielded on the ground, whereas if you like light shield on a side platform, then you have like you can just shield drop, like react to me going on the platform and shield drop if I think I'm gonna grab.
I usually do that. I don't know what happened there. Like 90% of the time, that's my like go-to option for like when you're invincible. I don't know. I think it's a mix of like just one stupid option, then also just like panic.
Yeah, yeah, because like actually using your invincibility like that can make like a huge difference for sure.
Let's see. There's three others, but I feel like the last game's gonna be well. We'll play them anyways because we have way too much time. Um,
Yep, there's the if I had done up throw there, it would have been really hard to get damage off, or as the back throw can like lead to a stock.
all right, I know. I know immediately. I'm definitely tilted here, so this is not gonna go well.
Yeah, that was a good recovery there. I tried to read like a instant side B instead of a shorten, so that was a good recovery by you there.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you can see how like I just take it patient getting out of the corner as well. Like I don't rush things. Like I'm just like waiting to see what you're doing as well.
That's that moment where we're just standing at each other. I panicked and I thought, oh, I need to do something because he's gonna do something.
Yeah, yeah, I think I kind of realized that as like he's always like wanting to approach, so like I'm willing to just kind of wait it out and see what's happening here.
Like I didn't like the idea of just standing there and being idle. So then I panicked and I just wanted to run and short there.
Oh, that was a good up tilt to catch the dash in that time.
I never do Nair Shine anymore. It's something I need to start subconsciously doing again. Like, I'll only do a shine if I actually hit the Nair, but then if I don't hit it, I don't want to cover myself with anything except up tilt. And up tilt, I'll probably miss input usually.
Nice, that's really good mid shorten as well.
It's like in recovery stage, I know exactly what's going on. So then I'm able to that's why I think I'm a lot more consistent there because I know exactly what's going on. It's like it happens every time when I go off stage. So even in Fox Status, I'm very concentrated when I'm in there because there's only so much you can do in there in those situations.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a lot more restricted, so I can see that. Yeah, you definitely seem a lot more comfortable on the recovery side than when you're actually like doing the edge guarding or doing the punish yourself.
And there you go. That's the top player privilege, the SDI.
There it is.
See, that's those moments where like I'm gonna have to realize I can't like be lazy with that like go for Thunder's combo and stuff. I have to just go for other stuff. But it's just like because so many foxes wouldn't SDI that.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, it is very uncommon. Like it's very rare to run into foxes that actually do that SDI.
it sounds like a panic when no way how do I punish?
Yeah, no, when you're getting super optimal, eventually you'll actually just wait and you'll actually tech chase it whenever you're trying to get super optimal because that just gives them like no chance to get out. That's me trying to dash back out of crouch.
Yeah, practicing your dash back.
Yeah, see that's what I was
Hey,
talking about. So like immediately when I see you DIing off stage, I go for a shine because it sets up an edge guard.
all I'm thinking about is there I would have just down through.
Yeah, yeah, where I would like you can just like I'll pretty much tech that. You can easily like tech inside B or like just tech up B or whatever you want to do that.
God, I need to get rid of that.
Yeah, my dash now to crouch is actually a lot better here than I remember.
I'll be honest, after pretty much every melee set I play or every friendly I do, I always feel way worse about it than I actually probably did. So then I end up looking back, oh, this wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
Well, this
yeah, it's very common that happens actually. But yeah, I think that FD game was just really just showing the like punish game difference. Like when you hit me, it wasn't like too big a damage, whereas when I got a touch on you, it was like 0 to deaths quite a lot, or at least like 60-70%.
oh, I like even if I'm on the edge, you just shine me, and then I probably miss the recovery, or you cover it well, anyways.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing you can take actually from this thing is probably the biggest thing is like don't feel the need to always up throw. Like if you are at the edge, you can do back and forward throw and it's like really effective. So don't like feel the need to always have to like up throw on a platform.
And there's not even any platforms in FD, so it's like there's not even any excuse for it.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I've just like tilted out of my mind to think at this rate. I think by this like the fourth game, and then you start doing, I was like, oh god, oh please. And then I'm just waiting for like the clean ledge dash to come out because I know Lewin does those all the time. It's like a ticking time bomb basically. You don't want to be near the ledge when he does it.
Yeah, yeah, it's good to respect. I try to be like at the side platform kind of underneath side plat kind of range where like the invincibility will just end and then you can get like an up tilt.
Oh, I see you. I see that.
Yeah,
I see. Weak nerve smash.
the shy guy sadly made me like mistime my Alcon, so I was like, no.
Shy guy, stop you. They won't give you the free combo video. Unfortunate. But it got to the point with Loon where just like I know he's gonna get a sick ledge dash. I'm just literally just gonna stay at the ledge. When he's like, and then when he's refreshed his invincibility, and he's gonna do his ledge dash, just dash back, let him do his like ledge dash, shine, ledge dash, up smash because he didn't really shield after after ledge dash. So I just did that and then get a free punish because he just like up smash for like not safe. Because obviously you want to do some like crazy move after once you're intangible, but then when I get to punish you, he's not intangible. So then, it pretty much got to the point I just have to I had to respect Lewin so much in terms of light dashing because he's that good at it.
Yeah, yeah. I just make it my go to where like because like realistically if you position where I'm talking about like at the inner side of side plat, it's like even if they tournament winner, you can still fill up back air on reaction. So like you're basically covering like everything you would be if you're like close, except for maybe like trying to down smash a bad sweet spot the ledge or something. But like that's kind of just cheesy to be honest, and you'll just get punished if they're actually like good at like refreshing and like ledge dashing.
I had this okay, so I did a long friendly with Modest, and one of the last games, I had a weird win where it was like 3 minutes long. I had like 4 minute games, but then also the 3 minute game where I had 2 games in Yoshi's at the end, and one of them was somehow I won out of like not winning any of them. And he said to me I earned it, and I was like, what? And then I looked, and I'm probably gonna have to look back at this now, like regardless, and just see what happened here. I'm gonna stream it anyways, but let's see. There's another Yoshi's game after this, so that we can compare at least.
Yeah, sounds good. At the minute, what matchup do you prefer, the Fox Titter or versus Falco? I'd imagine you're probably better versus Falco. It looks like.
Yep, way better than Falco.
Yeah,
Falco makes a lot more sense to me because I know like it's much more simple to me because I know like the only ones that ruin me are Askaflink, who plays super defensive, very defensive, like calculated Falco. Like Modest just run you over, but then Askaflink plays a very safe. I'll play him today on ranked. It's insane how different they play.
yeah. I think that's like I think you just need to get a wee bit more patience, for sure. Because I think like your approaches become a bit linear because the other person knows you just want to like hit buttons and get in, and then that like makes your approaches just a bit more like easy to predict. Like that's what I noticed when I was playing. Yeah, is like there'd be other foxes here that'd be doing like a lot more like dash dance, and I don't know when they're gonna come in or they're gonna do like a dash back when I try to like dash in, like if I undershoot. So, but for you, it felt like all I needed to do really was like a lot of like dash back and like just that would like beat a lot of your stuff because I know you're gonna come in and not necessarily overshoot, but like you'd come in with kind of like it's just one of those kind of standard nairs or drills where like it isn't an overshoot, it's like where I am already kind of thing.
Oh, it's like uh generally what happens is if something doesn't work the first time that is out of like my usual standard with something like I don't know like undershooting stuff, overshooting stuff like that, or just staying where I am instead of just dashing back and whiff punishing. If it doesn't work the first time, I'm probably not gonna try it again if it's not my usual linear stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
So then it's just like it's a mix of like a lack of knowledge and just like not being willing to try stuff out.
Yeah, because
That's what.
I think you could get a lot by just like doing a bit more dash dances in between your approaches. Like I think that'll just mix in like your timing of like when you go in and make it like less predictable on like them to catch your dash. And like I think that's why you're getting like raw grabbed a lot versus puff because like instead of doing that little dash dance or the wave dash back, you would just like run straight in. So it's like predictable.
Jamie definitely knew. Like I think it was pretty obvious to Jamie when he was going to come because he wouldn't go for a raw grab like that in like a last stock situation. That's my thinking.
Yeah, yeah, because like I make a lot of like a lot of puffs. Puffs actually start rare grabbing me because like I just mix up my approach a lot. So then eventually like they're afraid to grab because they know if they grab they could like die for it because like it's so laggy.
You just have to respect them. You have to respect the Fox at that point if they're going to be that evasive of the grab
Yeah,
of a raw
yeah,
grab.
exactly. Yeah, and like even if they get the grab and they end up getting no rest out of it because your DI is good, it also makes them like less like want to grab less as well.
Yeah, like what's the point if they're just going to DI it? That's the thinking.
Yeah, they're like then they'll try look for up airs and stuff instead.
So I think it was after this game he focused a lot more because obviously like I think he was he was streaming at the time, so it's like obviously he was chatting to people, but like I think it was near the end he was focused, and then now this one he's like zoned in because I think for the past games he's just been like looking for combos and stuff,
Yeah.
and then this is the game directly after.
Yeah, it definitely feels like your recovery is like your by far your strongest part of your game. Like it feels like when you're recovering, your like recoveries are like super solid, like really, really solid.
I understand the recovery part of the game, I think, a lot better than the other parts because it's so simple because it works the same for a lot of characters because I don't really need to change my options don't change too much depending on the characters. Like if I'm playing Fox or I'm playing Falco, it's like I'm still gonna be deciding between whether I hug the wall with my up B or I don't. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
if I don't hug the wall, what drift do I do? Do I drift in to avoid an F smash on the edge, or do I do a drift out to avoid like jab? It's like that always made sense to me because I don't have to change much in my play. So it solidifies itself. It's like if you have a good punish game versus Fox, you're like it comes second nature basically the recovery. It's against most characters. It's very rare that I have like a poor recovery in games.
Yeah,
It's like let
it's actually funny because we're actually kind of like we're kind of opposites because the way I started getting good at melee was actually pure punish game. Like I basically had a really bad neutral and like my recoveries and stuff weren't great, but because I could like one touch people in my punish game in Ireland, I was just like the best anyway.
I
Just
think
cause,
Cody also said that was the reason he was good because he could just like blow somebody up after, in one touch,
yeah,
and then you're like,
yeah,
how are you doing?
yeah, like punish game actually goes such a long way. Like if you see if you get like if you get somewhat of a consistent punish game, like you're gonna be able to beat so many people who are like better than you at neutral and stuff because realistically it doesn't matter if you can win neutral 4 times if you're only gonna get one hit those 4 times. But like if you can literally just zero to death like eight like 70% of the time, like you're gonna just be so scary when you get that one touch. So I think yeah, I think the biggest thing would just be to solo grind Uncle Punch a lot. Maybe stay off unranked a bit and like solo practice Uncle Punch like reaction tech chases and just like different punishes and stuff.
It'd be good for my mentality anyways because I definitely have a pretty poor mentality after a few games of unranked or like just playing two good people depending on it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So I think just having that little break to like freshen your mentality a bit and just while you're doing that also getting your like execution better and like punish game better will like help you a lot.
I am having this problem on Uncle Punch where it'll randomly go down to like 56 FPS and then go straight back up, like frame drops. But it's happened sometimes and then I'll restart my PC, it'll come back on and then it's perfectly fine. So then I just have to deal with that. But then I kind of just didn't use Uncle Punch for a bit, and then just only really like did like 5 minutes in like the training mode before going on ranked and just practicing tech skill there, and there's like movement and everything, and then I would just go to playing actual people. But
Yeah.
it's a weird cycle.
Yeah.
I played Ask I think like 5 games on a ranked, and he is the way he plays is so weird, and I find it actually so awkward. I play like a 4 minute game with him, and I just want to say because it's so long, there's going to be like a lot of consistent like bad mistakes I could possibly be making. So I want to see what you think of this because this is very weird playing him. He's like a very unique Falco. I
Yeah.
would know his playstyle anywhere.
Yeah, I think you would. I think you would like struggle versus someone like Lavingi quite a bit because he's such an like execution tester. Like he's such a like he'll just kind of like stall you out until you make one mistake, or and then he just kind of goes in with his punish game.
I Askaflink just beats me enough in neutral. I think that he'll win overall. You'll notice that Askaflink. I don't think he blows me up much, but like he wins neutral enough that he will just beat me over time anyways. So it's like,
Yeah,
but he has the punish game anyway, he still has the possibility to blow me up. So I have to play safe. I can't like go. So I'm not really overcommitting much. And also he is really good dealing with full hops against me.
yeah. It looks like a type of thing where you'd probably have to end up doing a lot more like take laser stuff against him because it looks like he does a lot of like laser dash in or laser dash back. So you could do take laser running like JC shine and that kind of thing, which would probably catch him a lot. But because you're doing a lot of full hops, it looks like he's like ready to just dash back and dash dance with punish or else like up tilt your full hop. So I think it's like just needing to mix up the full hops with more take laser options would like help a lot.
I don't really take laser a lot. I never really I knew how to do it, and the only thing I would do is take laser, turn around up tilt, and that's like the only thing I'd do for like the mix up of like taking laser. but then I never really like want to dash attack too much because I never really have stage control to the point where I can do it. And then the times I do have stage control, I just want to push in. I just want to approach. So then that's the times I'm going to be full hopping. So then
Yeah,
it's like I don't find time to do it.
I think like does dashing out of take lasers really important. Like up tilt's really good if you think they're gonna like immediately attack. But there's a lot of falcos who'll do like laser dash back, and for those type of falcos, like just taking laser and dashing forward is like really strong.
I just need to learn like if he has any patterns for his approaches and ask a thing. I think I think they just look for my mistakes and then they'll punish him accordingly. It's like it'd be like if I think like if I made no mistakes, it would be a lot more close. But then obviously I make mistakes,
Yeah,
so then it feels like
I think the biggest thing, what I do, the biggest thing how I separate falcos is like whenever they laser, I see what they do after laser and kind of take like mental notes, and then like I know the counter to that. So like if I do take a laser, I'll know if they dash back, I can like running either running up smash or running JC shine. And then if they approach with a laser, I know I can just dash back and either like dash dance up smash it or just dash dance grab. So like it's basically taking note of their option after a laser and then like being ready to like counter that is like a huge thing because like a lot of falcos do different stuff out of like a laser, so it's just like making sure like you recognize what is their kind of like comfort options after laser.
cause I noticed that time like I think I just like got lazy and was doing a full up there, and all he had to do was do his laser, and then he was ready before I was gonna get to him, and then he can just dash back and do another laser and grab me. So then I definitely think like because he's more defensive, and I'm ready for the Bolsol's aggressive Falco. I just wasn't ready for this, and then because I played him before in bracket, and it's polarizing to play like the super hyper aggro Falcons then go right into him, and he just walls me out, and then but is able to just win neutral by having better options, and I'm not keeping mind to stuff like that, like out of laser and everything.
Yeah, and like he seems to be like doing like a lot of approaching lasers, which when you're actually quite close to him. So there's a lot of times you could actually like up smash and like either the laser will trade with you and your up smash still connects, or like you just like up smash him before his laser even gets out. So
I
like
love
so I
I love
think
the trade with laser
yeah,
because
yeah. So like yeah, I think you could just be like challenging him when he is lasering a lot more. Like he was lasering at a range where like he could have been threatened, but it felt like you were kind of a bit scared to like threaten when he would shoot a laser at close.
I definitely feels like it was so weird to go from literally this. I think it was yes, it would have been the day before this. Playing someone like Modest as Falco, who is always pretty much aggressive, so I don't need to worry about like mixos and stuff because I'm pretty much just working around what is probably the best punish for when he runs in, and that's why I use take laser turn on up tilt so much because it's almost like with Modest, it's always like one of the first times he does the approach and laser, he's gonna come in because he loves looking for the combos because his punish game is mental.
Yeah, I think even if you think they're gonna come in, dashback can be a good option because dashback commonly gets you like a whiff punish grab instead. Like there's certain percents where up tilt doesn't really get you anything. So like you'd obviously rather look for like the whiff punish grab instead of like just an up tilt depending on like the percent.
I because instead of taking laser, I'd always just shoot laser like as soon as I see it come out, and then I would just wave dash forward, wave dash back, depending on the situation.
Yeah, honestly, I think shielding the laser, unless you're gonna power shield the laser, is like actually the worst thing you can do versus laser because like Falco wants to put you in shield like with his laser, like that's his goal. So like unless you're power shielding that, you're actually just like giving Falco what he wants by like shielding the laser.
You notice I do shield a lot in this matchup. It's one of the only matchups I do shield a lot, and it's mostly because I'm avoiding trying to get blow up because I feel like my auto shield is decent enough that I'm able to get out of most of them. But the good Falcons always will find a way. They'll find a way to get in because they either do a late dare into a shine, they'll do the shine grab, and I'm not good enough yet to do the. You can I think shine or shield before they shine grab you, but it's like frame perfect, so it's like against like a frame perfect shine grab. So then it's very annoying. It's the ones that have good shine grabs.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do if it's a shine grab and Falco like is to buffer like a spot dodge after shine is usually your best bet of getting out of it. But That's like if you think they're gonna do it, because then if they do like that double shine like West Ball's pressure, then it'll usually catch your spot dodge, and you have to like wait till after the two shines.
I remember Hunter did that, I think. It was one of the Yoshi's games, and he shined me, then double shined, tried to catch me shine out shielding. Because I remember that set was all about how much like we were shining out shielding each other. Because I was doing a lot
Yeah,
with him. And then the literally last stock, he does like a double shine to cover me trying to do a shine out shield, and he catches me and he gets a downer. So then it's like it's definitely like the other shield game. I don't think too much about it. I usually just go for the shine out shield and don't think too much
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, that'll be that like it usually until you get to like higher level Falcos, like the mix up game isn't too important on like the Outer Shield, but like as you start to play better Falcos, you'll realize that like the actual Outer Shield game is like a mix up in itself. Like there's so much different things both characters can do Outer Shield.
Oh, I.
Or like on shield pressure, so your timing out of shield has to be a lot different rather than actually being different. Well, there's a few different options you can do out of shield, but like it's more so the timing's a lot to be different depending on the pressure Falco chooses to do.
I understand. I'm surprised I hit the daft.
Yeah, it was a close one there.
I was. It was actually. I think it was closer in sets because I think in sets I don't really get that close. But generally, it's just like I have to deal with different types of albums because there's so many of them. So then this one was such a weird one to play. I think we're I 2 past 6.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think that should be. Yeah, I think that's us. But like, just to go over the last couple of things, I'd probably say the biggest thing to do would be like still play a bit on ranked, but like if you ever do play on ranked, I would say try to like warm up with like the combo training, like the tech chasing before you ever play. I think it's always a good like habit to get into to like solo practice at least a bit before you go into unranked and like work on the punish game, like maybe even like 5-10 minutes before you play every time.
Cause I always felt like when I go to Uncle Punch and do something, it feels much harder than it does when I actually just go non-ranked and do it on somebody. So like tech chasing always felt easier when I went unranked. I think it's just because I know. I think it's like me subconsciously over time playing somebody, knowing that they're not gonna do this certain tech option, and then like subconsciously not covering that, and then obviously I'm covering the right things. So then that's just like bias, obviously. But then against an AI, they're obviously completely random what tech option they do.
Yeah, yeah. I think I also like it because if you set them to like shine immediately after stuff, it's like if you can like tech chase a fox that is frame perfect shining on like get up, it's like if you know you can tech chase that, well then if you like play against a person, it'll just feel easier because they're not going to be able to do it every time.
Because I don't like every fox under the sun can. I don't like even any fox can consistently get frame perfect shines out of headstone and stuff.
Yeah,
Like I,
yeah, exactly. So that means if you, I like to set it up that way in Uncle Punch because it means if you can do it, if it'll just feel like it'll start to feel like a breeze comboing people because you're just used to harder.
I definitely because I know I know that because I tried doing the sheet tech chasing one where you have to shine really early. I was like, damn, this is really tight. This is way more tight than expected. So I thought, well,
Yeah,
there's no way people are doing this like 100% consistently, at least not outside the top level.
yeah. Like
So
I do
then
it. I've used that. I use that. Like I actually use that one quite a bit, and like I'm getting pretty consistent at it. Like I do still drop it, like everyone will, but yeah, I can shine that shake like quite often. So like, yeah, it is doable for the higher level players, but even then, it's not going to be all the time. So you may as well practice against the hardest option to cover.
because if you played Seal, you probably know he's very tentative, just killing you off the grab, or at least getting a lot of damage off just off RTC because he's absolutely mental at it. It's like it's like the opposite of me, where like his punish is busted, and then I might even like go even with him in neutral, but then it only obviously if you're just going even, he's gonna get a grab, and he's gonna find that grab, and he's gonna get it, and then you're stuck forever because his RTC is amazing.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. So I think that's like the big thing I'd work on for now is like just kind of don't ignore everything else, but just kind of think about like try to prioritize like punish game practice over like anything else at the minute.
I'm just keeping this in mind now. Uh, so I say is So I think the big ones I wanna pick if when I get back to playing people, I'm probably gonna focus on species and maybe Falcon, but we'll see. Falcon's always been a weird one. I just don't know many sets because I don't fight enough Falcons, and they're like good enough that they beat me in tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
And
write
also I haven't
down.
played this
I'm
recently.
gonna write down the. I'm gonna just write down like three things that I think are like the biggest things you have to work on, and then like we can leave it there for now, and then like yeah, you can work on these things whenever you want to play or whatever. It's like, yeah, I think these are the best things to like look into.
I can probably find him to play pretty easily because I'll be able to find him to play because he's always on to play. He's like pretty much every time I'll SSBM Iron, he's the one to play, and like when I want to play, he's probably already added one of the matchmaking or something. So I'll be able to find people good enough at least especially for Fox Dodos, and then Modest will play me pretty much whenever, and there's enough Falcons in this world anyway that I'll be able to find one and be able to work in these things.
Yeah, so that like they're the three things there I just put in the chat there. So like, yeah, I think once you, I think like after the session here, it's just like whenever you're gonna play next, yeah, just like both solo practice and when you play on rank, just like look at those three things and like try incorporate them in more so than anything else at the minute.
I've had to, well, I haven't been playing enough Melee like the past like week, like the week after winning Melee Monthly. I just been completely grinding Time Spurs 2 speedrunning, so then I was away from the game for a bit, and I got too addicted to that at a specific level and that, so then I was just hooked on that, and then I came back and I was complete awful at tech skill. So then
Yeah,
I
that
came back.
yeah, that happens. Like I think a bit the best way is be to Uncle Punch for a while to get your consistency and all that back, and just like a better punish game, and then like I think unranked will just be a bit less tilting as well once you can like hit harder. So I think like the best thing to do is like a lot of solo practice, and then just have those other two things in mind whenever you do play unranked.
I you probably I'm guessing you have this recorded. If not, it's fine. But
Yeah, yeah, I've got this all recorded, so I can put this on like YouTube as well.
all right, good. I didn't even open up OBS this time, so.
Yeah, no, I just made sure because I thought, like, just in case you want to watch things back, because there probably was a lot I went over. So at least if you can't remember something, it'll be in the video anyway. So like, I'll let you know when I upload it anyway.
Oh, aye, because I have the other one, but obviously I don't. But I think I told you I don't have it up until a certain point. It's only I don't know. I have it like it's like the first like third of the session I don't have, and then everything else was recorded. I don't know why, but I don't remember why. But at least I have something because I have some of the. But the Cones being in the Cones Academy server is nice as well.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So yeah, that'll do us for now anyway. And yeah,
Uh,
like I'll like hit you up on Discord whenever I've like uploaded. It probably won't be for a while, but I'll let you know.
I've been having a struggle with rendering stuff myself, except for YouTube, and it's a complete nightmare. It takes like God knows how long for like 1 hour videos. And
Yeah, it takes a while to process. So yeah, it'll probably take a bit. Like,
I was asking somebody to upload one of the. Do you know Newbie Showdown?
no, I've no idea actually.
Newbie Showdown is like the premier like noobs tournament. But I'll be honest, the skill level is quite high if you think about newbies. A lot of them pretty good. I used to enter that, and now I'm commentating more, and I was asking because do you know Super?
Yeah, yeah,
When I was gonna apply for commentating, and they asked for like they obviously in the submission they asked for a set or that you commentated or something. I was like, oh shit. So then I DM'd one of the TOs to ask if they have the set still or they have this VOD, and they were just gonna upload the entire VOD to their YouTube channel because they hadn't kept up with that. And then I think it took like I think it took like 2 days to finally when I get a DM from them, like I've finally done it, finally uploaded it, and I seen on Twitter they posted it was like this took like 2 hours and it was like 20% like rendered. It was horrible.
yeah.
It
No, that can be rough. Like the longer the video, it'll just be rougher. And my internet isn't the best either, so it takes my upload isn't great, so it takes a while.
I for upload I'm not sure, but like no, at least when I played you, your connection is good. So Melee, you're fine.
Yeah, yeah. The actual download speed's not too bad. So usually, like, if it's like, especially we're not too far away, so yeah, our internet or like connection will be fine.
Oh, yeah, because of Ireland. That's always nice. It's nice trying to play Loon. It's nice because both Loon and you are such good practice, and you're both like literally like probably only like at most 50 miles, 50, 100 miles away. So that's really nice. I mean, you're probably less. You're like 40 miles.
Yeah, we're like really close to each other. Like if you're driving there, like if you're not taking a bus or something, it would probably would be just like a 30-40 minute drive. So like yeah, we're very close.
I think I've sent it to you before, like how close. Where was that? I think I've sent it somewhere, but generally, yeah, we were pretty close. And then Lewin's like Galway, honestly. I think he's Galway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is Galway.
So then that's probably 100 miles. It's still really good connection, which is nice because I don't think mine's is that great. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll leave you there. Just I'm probably gonna have something. I'm probably end up asking you some like melee question in the future. But
Yeah, feel free. Like, feel free to just DM me on Discord whenever if you like, especially whenever I upload this. If you have like, if you're watching it back, you have any questions, just feel free to like hit me up whenever, and I'll do my best.
okay, all right. Thanks for all the help. All right, so just the coaching session as well, and thanks for everything.
Alright, no bother. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.
All right, all right. Think about.
Bye.